Hello, we are going to be stringing this cute little coffee cup with its steam heart. You should have 3 different colors, and then make sure you grab a pair of scissors. The first section we're going to work on is the brown or the coffee itself section, which is this little ovally shape right here. So go ahead and unwind some string and grab your end. What you're going to do is you're going to choose any nail in this section, and we're going to tie a double knot on any of the nails. So the way I do that is I grab this, make a little loop, lasso in the air, kind of like this. And I'm going to choose, because I'm left-handed, I usually choose the left side. Okay, you can kind of adjust it, pull it tight, and then you're going to do that same thing, one more knot on that same nail. There's different kinds of knots that get the job done, but that's just how I do it. The main thing is you don't want it to come off when you kind of tug on it like that. That's all. This, you can kind of trim a little bit and be done with it. All right, so now what I like to do is I like to outline my section just so I know where I'm working. And there's a more in-depth outline that I'll show you in a little bit. But for this color, we don't need it. So you're just gonna kind of wrap around. And this will get the feel for it. Wrap around the nails. You can skip a few sometimes. And you can use the other hand to kind of hold. And we're just going to wrap around all of these nails. Now for this section, we're gonna fill it in. You can go any direction you want. Okay, you can go up, down, left, right. It's like coloring. So you get to choose how you wanna do it. And just like the border, you're going to be just wrapping it. You can wrap it around, wherever. You can ignore this little piece that is part of the heart for later. But we just keep going. Around and around and around. Okay, so here we go. You do crisscross, just kind of what we do for the border later. So I'm gonna get a feel for it now. But we're just gonna keep going like this until you run out of string or it is filled in. But that's all it is. Just hold it tight so it doesn't come undone. And go to different nails. Try and fill in all of your empty spots. And don't worry too much about these little V's that you see, because the black string will go on top of it and sort of fill it in. Normally when you do the border, that gets filled in. But for this part, we're gonna be layering on anyways, so we don't need to. See, so even this is technically filled in enough, but if you wanna keep going, you can. I just don't know when to stop usually. So you usually get more string than you need in the kits, just because. I'd rather have more than enough than not enough, you know? It's so pretty when it gets all colored in. Makes me want to go make a second cup of coffee. Right now when I'm recording this, it's past 3, but you know, that's okay. I might as a reward. Let's see. Going like this. Okay, so it is looking pretty filled in. Yeah, this gets tangled sometimes. Okay, you can kind of step back and look at it. See if you missed any spots. Like up here, we're gonna cover it because it has the red for the heart, and then it'll have the black too, but you know, the more the merrier. And we have more string that's just not gonna be used for anything else after anyways. So, whoop. And if that keeps happening, you can also push down on the layers that you've done, the webbing, and that sort of helps too. Okay, how much do I have left? And then once you're done, it's the same steps as we did in the first with the knot tying. You're just gonna pick any nail in your section and you're just gonna tie another double knot so it doesn't unravel on you. And that's it. Let's see here, we'll choose this one. Maybe. Okay, so I will trim it and sacrifice that string. And so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna hold it tight so it doesn't unravel. And then you're gonna do your little loopy in the air. Put it on, use that finger to hold it. And do it at least one more time. Sometimes I'll end up doing 3, just in case. Also, if you have this long tail, just like in the beginning too, go ahead and trim it so it fits in your section. And then I usually use the open end of my scissors. These are super dull, but if yours are sharper, try not to cut the ribbon or the string. Okay, and you're just gonna kind of poke it in wherever it fits. Okay. All right, so technically, no, not technically. Next, we're gonna be using the black for the coffee cup. We have our little handle right here, and we're gonna need to do a border around here. So one thing to prep, you can kind of push down. You'll thank yourself later when you're trying to do this and it flies off, especially when we fill in down here. But push it, push it, push it, get it a little compact. Everyone's happy. Okay. So you can either follow along to learn about the extra border, but then you're pretty much set and probably don't even need me. Grab the end, pick a nail, any nail, go right here. And you know what? I'll just show you the border now. You can do the border beginning or end. It's fine. Trim. Okay, so it's 4 steps. First one, just like we did for this, wrapping around. And here, we'll just go to here. So you would do that all the way around here, all the way on the inside, all the way around here for this, for all these steps. But for time, I'm gonna save you watching me. So then once you do that, you're gonna do crisscross. So it's side to side to side to side, front, back. Every now and then you can twist, front, back, twist, front, back. Okay, so now you have a diagonal line in between each nail. So next we're gonna do step 3, which is a diagonal line going back, going the opposite direction. So it will look like an X. And I'll show you. So the same motion, just going the opposite direction. Okay, so you can see now there's an X in between all of these nails. And the purpose is just to make a thick border that pops. Then for the last step, I go and do wrap around on the inside. So you just wrap and wrap and wrap until you do the whole area. And that's it. So this is how I do the border, and this is how you'll use it in the red as well. We didn't use it in the brown because we're covering it with the black string anyways, so it's not necessary. But do that all the way around. And then you also want to do the fill in for your coffee cup. Okay. Now we're going to do the cute little heart. And again, you might not even need my help at this point because you've done so much, but I'm going to show you anyways. Ready? So knot, pick a spot. For this one, the two heart sections are separate. Boop. So this, and then I don't have them touch, just because. Ooh, so cute. Here, so we'll start with our border, then we'll fill it in. Go back around here. Do some crisscross. So you're just going to repeat these sections. And then for the other side, you're going to go all the way down to here.